Would you all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hello, my name is Donald Stapleton, principal of Glenwood High School. I would like to welcome you to the 2020 graduation video. This video will consist of two parts. The first part will deal with things that we normally do during the senior assembly on graduation day in the morning. But the second part will be the actual ceremony itself. Enjoy. My pleasure to hand out the seniors athletic awards for the class of 2020. I'd like to begin by announcing the senior plaque recipients. To get a senior plaque, you must have participated in 2 sports, with one being your senior year, or lettered in 1 sport 3 years, with 1 year being your senior year. This year's recipients: Kayla Akers, softball, basketball. Blake Grant, soccer, basketball, baseball. Morgan Hartley, volleyball, basketball. Taylon Hickman, volleyball, cheerleading, softball, basketball. Lexus Euler, volleyball, softball, basketball, cheerleading. Sammy Euler, volleyball, softball, basketball. Malachi Potts, soccer, basketball. Brooklyn Hoskins, volleyball, softball, cheerleading. Adrian Schultz, basketball. Brandis Pack, volleyball, tennis. Kennedy Werner, volleyball, tennis. Next thing we'd like to hand out for the athletic department is first team All-SOC academic. This year, Kennedy Werner, Malachi Potts, Blake Grant, Brooklyn Hoskins. Every year we hand out OSHAA, Ohio High School Athletic Association awards. This year the recipient of the Archie Griffin Sportsmanship Award, Taylon Hickman. Also receiving the Archie Griffin Sportsmanship Award, Sammy Euler. The Award of Excellence for Exemplary Display of Sportsmanship, Ethics, and Integrity, presented to Alexis Euler. Award of Excellence for Exemplary Display of Sportsmanship, Ethics, and Integrity, presented to Blake Grant. Ohio High School Athletic Association Scholar Athlete Award, Brooklyn Hoskins. Ohio High School Athletic Association Scholar Athletic Award, Malachi Potts. With your senior year being cut short by the coronavirus and not getting to participate in fall or spring sports, it was devastating to a lot of us. But let's focus on the 3 years and 2 seasons that we did have. We had 3 sectional titles in girls basketball in 4 years, 3 in a row for the boys, 1 league championship for the boys this year, and the first one in a number of years. Again, thinking back, let's always remember that these last 4 years, the athletic department has been really enjoyable. Thank you. The award for perfect attendance for 2019-2020 school year, Blake Grant.
Good morning. I would like to offer a special salute to the Glenwood High School class of 2020. The COVID-19 pandemic changed your senior year in significant and profound ways. Traditions that you, your families, and your communities have been anticipating for 4 long years have unfortunately had to be altered. For this, I and the entire staff of New Boston Schools are truly sorry. You have had to learn the larger-than-life lessons of nothing is promised and tomorrow is never certain in ways that prior classes did not. Yet, in spite of all the disappointments and adjustments that you have had to make in your most anticipated school year up to this point, you have demonstrated resilience, intellect, and grit. It is these characteristics that have made you stronger and will prepare you for your future in countless ways. The class of 2020 has 12 students planning to earn 4-year college degrees, 2 students planning to earn 2-year college degrees, 7 students planning to pursue career or technical training, 11 students planning to enter the workforce upon graduation, and 1 student who is joining the military. There are 14 students receiving scholarships totaling $55,400, with many of them being renewable. Blake Grant is receiving a $3,750 Shawnee Success Scholarship, a $1,000 New Boston Kiwanis Scholarship, and a $500 Roby Bach Memorial Scholarship. T.N.N. Hickman is receiving a $500 Paul E. Penix Memorial Scholarship, a $250 New Boston Alumni Merit Scholarship, and she will be receiving a $500 River Days Scholarship. Brooklyn Hoskins is receiving a $500 Rocky Edward Duncan Athletic Scholarship, a $500 New Boston Alumni Merit Scholarship, and a $300 Atkins Family Scholarship in memory of Ray Atkins. Malachi Potts is receiving a $2,750 Shawnee Blue and Gray Scholarship, a $1,000 Terry Salyers Memorial Scholarship, a $500 Rocky Edward Duncan Athletic Scholarship, a $250 New Boston Alumni Merit Scholarship, and a $250 Rocky E. Duncan Memorial Scholarship. Sarah Walton is receiving a $500 Pepsi Scholarship. She will also be receiving a pin and certificate from the Daughters of the American Revolution for receiving Glenwood's Citizenship Award by demonstrating the qualities of dependability, service, leadership, and patriotism. Kennedy Werner is receiving a $500 L.B. and Maxine Mathis Scholarship. The following students are receiving a $3,000 Glenwood Scholarship from Shawnee State University. The funds for this scholarship were given by an anonymous donor several years ago for Glenwood graduates who have attended at least 3 out of 4 of their high school years at Glenwood, with the scholarship being renewable annually. This year's recipients are Destiny Broughton, Aaliyah Fraley, Blake Grant, Morgan Hartley, T.N.N. Hickman, Brooklyn Hoskins, Lexus Euler, Samantha Euler, Brandy Pack, Malachi Potts, Travis Taylor, and Kennedy Werner. Last but not least, the following students are receiving UCAN scholarships in various amounts. The money for these scholarships comes from an endowment fund that is set up through the Soda Foundation, with some of our school employees making donations from their paychecks and the funds being matched by the Soda Foundation. This year's recipients are Kayla Akers, $500, Blake Grant, $500, Morgan Hartley, $400, T.N.N. Hickman, $500, Brooklyn Hoskins, $500, Lexus Euler, $500, Samantha Euler, $400, Brandy Pack, $400, Malachi Potts, $750, Travis Taylor, $400, Sarah Walton, $500, and Kennedy Werner, $500. Congratulations, class of 2020. Remember that your entire New Boston family is here for you anytime you need us. Thank you.
It is my honor to announce the honor graduates for the class of 2020 from Glenwood High School. This first group of students accumulated a grade point average for their career somewhere between 3.0 and 3.49, earning Glenwood honors. Destiny Broughton, Bryson Fry, Christopher Kraft, Morgan Hartley, Aaliyah Fraley, T.N.N. Hickman, Lexus Euler, Samantha Euler, Kayla Akers. Our next graduate earned state honors with a grade point average of 3.5 to 3.7, earning cum laude, Sarah Walton. Brooklyn Hoskins graduates cum laude, Glenwood honors. Blake Grant, Glenwood honors, state honors, cum laude. Malachi Potts, this year's salutatorian, graduates with state honors and magna cum laude, meaning he has a grade point average somewhere between 3.7 and 3.9. Malachi Potts, class of 2020, salutatorian. This year's valedictorian, Kennedy Werner, graduates with state honors, magna cum laude, and again, 2020 class valedictorian, Kennedy Werner.
Good evening. I'd like to begin by dedicating this speech to my grandmother who passed away late last year. First, I would like to thank God for protecting me and guiding me through high school. To the class of 2020, well guys, we made it. We started from the bottom, and now we're here. All the way from the cha-cha slide to the whip and nay-nay, and now the renegade. We have waited our entire lives for this day, and now that today has come, I think we all wish we could rewind time. Although I wish I could go back to my 6th grade field trip and play Fear Factor with Miss Atkins, I would like to erase the memories of boys wearing Nike socks to their knees and girls wearing orange and blue eyeshadow in the 7th grade. I've had some great memories at Glenwood High School. Miss Claxton tripping over her own feet in a basketball game, almost wrecking a dirt bike, trying to tackle the bleachers, and backing into the fence by the park. My worst memory is losing the student-faculty game to Kevin McQuithy game winner. The 13-year journey that has seemed impossible at times has taught our class a lot of things. The most important being not to lay your head down in Mr. Howard's class, or you get to hear the famous line, "Head up now, Tiger." We have learned to persevere and embrace any adversity that came our way. High school has been a tough journey at times, and there have been many people who have helped me along the way. To my amazing parents, thank you for always believing in me and pushing me to be the best. You provided me with everything I want and need. I have no clue who or where I would be today if I didn't have you guys. I love you. To my grandparents, thank you for loving me unconditionally and always saying yes when my mom said no. Grandma, you have fed me every day since the minute I was born, and Grandpa, you have been my best friend as long as I can remember. To my aunts and uncles, thank you for always letting me do the things I was not allowed to do and having the most fun. Well, that was until Sarah became a grandma and Josh started living in a house full of girls. To my coaches, thank you for expecting nothing but the best from me and pushing me every day to be better. You encourage me to be a leader and achieve the impossible. Thank you for showing us that love comes in many different forms. Whether it was Adam full sprinting the length of a basketball court after my buzzer beater at the convo, or Corey screaming at us telling us it is a terrible play. To the lunch ladies, thank you for being so awesome and treating me like your own. To my teachers, thank you for being everything the class of 2020 needed. Whether it was a shoulder to cry on, an ear to listen, something to eat, or a best friend, you guys pulled through. Two teachers I would like to give a special thank you to are Miss Claxton and Miss Wall. You guys became my best friends, fed me, and never failed to make me laugh. I cannot imagine a life without hearing Miss Claxton's contagious laugh or Miss Wall sliding me some type of snack every day. Thank you guys. You hold a special place in my heart. To Mr. McClanahan, after all the L's I've given you in ping pong, you think you would have laid it to rest by now. To the fans and supporters of New Boston, thank you for cheering for me and picking me up after defeat and even getting thrown out of several games. To my fellow classmates, many of us share some sort of memory together. We have hated each other, we have argued, disagreed, and laughed together. These moments made friendships that will hopefully last a lifetime. To the class of 2020, love yourself because you were created with no mistakes. Never forget to enjoy the little things in life, and always remember that haircuts are of high value. If there's one thing I've learned from this quarantine, is life is what you make it. You can either sit inside and complain about being bored, or make something happen that is worth remembering. I would like to leave you with my favorite quote by Albert Einstein. Everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. Whether you're going into a trade, going to college, or serving at McDonald's, you can make the world a better place. Although this is our goodbye to Glenwood High School, It is our hello to adulthood. I wish you all nothing but the best and believe that all of you can achieve your dreams. Although I wish I was giving this speech in front of the village of New Boston, I would like to thank everyone who is taking the time to listen. Thank you.
I'd like to start off by saying thank you to friends, family, faculty, and fellow classmates for attending this ceremony. Though you all are unable to be here in person, we are still grateful for the support. It seems kind of crazy that just 2 months ago, we walked down these halls the last time and we didn't even know it. We've lost a lot of things this year. Our last prom, senior skip day, the senior slideshow, and walking the halls one last time in our cap and gowns. But we still had some things that we were able to experience, such as our last pep rally and our homecoming. One thing we can all learn from this moment is to enjoy the moment because it can be taken away from you in an instant. We didn't know that March 16th would have been the last day we set foot in school. Some advice to the underclassmen is to enjoy every moment you have here because it flies by before you know it. At this time, I would like to give thanks to the people who made this moment possible. My parents. You guys pushed me to try my hardest, and you have been my #1 supporters through it all. My grandpa. All those days you chose to drive me to and from school and from practice. My sister, you helped me keep the motivation to do work all through school when we were younger through our little competitions. My teachers, you guys helped me with every question I had and taught me everything I needed to know. And finally, my friends. You all made these the most memorable years of my life. We are leaving here today to start a new journey. Some of us may never see each other again. But we will always have the memories we made here. I would like to finish here today with a poem that I think represents how our year has gone, and it's called It Couldn't Be Done by Edgar Guest. Somebody said that it couldn't be done, but he with a chuckle replied that maybe it couldn't, but he would be one. Who wouldn't say so till he tried? So he buckled right in with a trace of a grin on his face, if worried he hid it. He started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. Somebody scoffed, oh, you'll never do that. At least no one ever has done it. But he took off his coat and he took off his hat, and the first thing we knew, he'd begun it. With a lift of his chin and a bit of a grin, without any doubt or quit it, he started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. There are thousands to tell you it cannot be done. There are thousands to prophesy failure. There are thousands to point out to you one by one the dangers that wait to assail you. But just buckle in with a bit of grin, just take off your coat and go to it. Just start in to sing as you tackle the thing that cannot be done, and you'll do it. Congratulations to the class of 2020. It was a bumpy road getting here, but we did it.
Each year when I give the closing remarks for the graduating class, it's always difficult. This being more difficult than most, obviously, with the situation we're in. Social distancing, not being able to see the elderly, constant worrying about people with their immune compromised, has all cast a shadow over this year's graduation. But we want to focus now on just what we'll get from it. The class of 2020, if anything, I think you've had to adapt this last 9 weeks. You've had to accept what things are and move on. You've totally switched to an online learning platform in a short amount of time, and for the most part, we flourished. We hope that your college years, your workforce years, or if you go in the military, everything returns to normal. You know, at this time, we don't know what normal will be in the future, but we hope it returns to the normal it was before the virus. Again, class of 2020, you're resilient. No matter what happens, you'll be able to overcome it. Thank you. As principal of Glenwood High School, I'm proud to announce these students have met all requirements for graduation as set forth by the Ohio Department of Education and the New Boston Board of Education. Kayla Denise Akers with honors. Lee Jack Diefenthaler. Aaliyah Jean Fraley with honors. Bryson Nicholas Fry with honors. Blake Daniel Grant with honors and state honors. Mason Gage Gunter. Sherry Denise Haddix. Morgan Elaine Hartley with honors. Taylor Michael Hickman with honors. Brooklyn Lavon Shanae Hoskins with honors. Horizon Dixie Alea Logan. Michael Lee McAllister. Jacob Eli McGee. Lawrence Edward Neff III. Alexis Ann Euler with honors. Samantha Abigail Euler with honors. Brandis K. Pack. Malachi Joseph Potts with honors and state honors. Shelton John Edward Rake. Caitlin Virginia Reed. Justin Sanford. Marcus Lee Saunders. Ricky Ryan Christopher Shepard. Adrian Nicole Schultz. Travis Blake Taylor. Morgan Renee Thurman. Samantha Leanne Marie Tyndall. Sarah Caitlin Walton with honors and state honors. Kennedy Dawn Werner with honors and state honors. Mark Edward Williams III. Damon Charles Willis.
Good evening. I want to congratulate the class of 2020 on all of your accomplishments throughout your journey as students at Glenwood High School. I hope that you have enjoyed your experiences at GHS as much as I have loved watching you grow into young adults that will be productive citizens in society. The last 9 weeks has not been what you expected. The traditional ceremonies that occurred in the past did not happen as we anticipated. You are witnessing history right now with the 2020 pandemic. People in the future will be talking to you about what life was like before and during the pandemic. Younger people will not know what happened, and you will have to explain to them how it felt living through it. You will be able to explain the difference between life before the pandemic and life after COVID-19. You are the primary source for future students and the way you lived life before March 13th, 2020. You will remember 2020 as the year of the stay-at-home orders, when school as you remember it, spring sports, senior assembly, senior breakfast, senior mock interviews, and senior cleanup day in the village, the senior walk through the building, the possibility of no prom, and enjoying the last 9 weeks at school with your class, and none of this resembled a typical senior year. Just keep in mind that in all of the disappointment lies the real historic moment in time defined by you and by your class. We would like to give a huge thank you to everyone that helped make the class of 2020 a memorable experience. Now, the traditional ceremony. Closing remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Glenwood High School class of 2020.